And welcome back, ladies and gents. We had a fantastic first game there. We saw Spell not quite stepping up to par, sadly, but nevertheless a good win for Mousesports. So going forward, we do have another game coming up. And who are we going to be seeing here?
We're going to be seeing DeNova versus the infamous, absolutely amazing, incredible Evil Panda squad. So the Polish guys versus the Russian denominated, I guess, team. Very good teams in the Pro League. They're both qualified for Gamescom, so we'll be seeing them there in three or four weeks time. So it's going to be some good games today. This could be the game we talk about in 2 or 3 weeks time when they fight each other eventually at Gamescom, and we'll be saying, okay, who won this game? You know, who won this best of 5? And then we can see who's actually going to be the better team at Gamescom. But I think we're in for a real treat here. It's just about, are they going to take it seriously? Because Spell and Mousesports didn't take it so seriously. But as I said, DeNova probably will. Yeah,
very different team, DeNova. They take every game as serious as the next, no matter if it's the difference between qualifying or the difference between a different seed. It all matters to those guys, because obviously it does, because these guys had a bit of a rocky way through last time. They got to the finals, and they faced off a Kazna crew, as you mentioned, and it didn't go so well. So this time, they've had to rethink things. They've clearly come with a different sort of attitude towards the season, and it's been working rather well. We saw them last play day, and if you do want to check that out, go on to WoTProLeague.com website and have a look through the VODs, because they played extremely well, and I think we can't deny the way they played that game. Very, very good. But nevertheless, we've known these two teams for quite some time now. We've seen them a good couple of times. Now, where do your predictions lie for this game?
As I said, I'm really hoping that DeNova step it up. I think they're a team which everyone wants to see be in that top three, perhaps top 2 space every season, season 3 and beyond. So I really hope DeNova step it up. Evil Panda squad, I mean, it's kind of like they're kind of struggling a bit. I mean, trying to find they're a really old team, probably the oldest team here, but they just haven't found their niche yet. They seem to do really well sometimes, and then they fall back a bit. And I honestly think they just struggle with initiative. They're a team who've always struggled going forwards, and if they can fix that problem, they can kind of slap themselves out of it. I think they'll also be a top 3, top 4 team.
Yeah, certainly 2 teams to keep your eyes on, and it's important to see them at this point in the tournament as well, because it is the build-up now towards the finals. So every practice counts, and that's what it's going to be for these guys. My money, it's going to be on DeNova, just purely because I want them to do well in here. That's my personal call. Maybe 3-1, something like that. Maybe 3-2, even closer, because they're obviously against a very good team as well. So you can't underestimate them. But you've heard our thoughts towards it and our kind of natter about these two in the previous results they've had. But I know a certain someone who can tell you how to get your predictions across to us here in the studio. And she's a lot better at it than I am. So let's pass you over to the one and only Melly. How are we doing?
Thank you, Pansy. Yeah, it's pretty easy to be part of the show. You can predict the right outcome of the match by just leaving a comment under a certain graphic on our Facebook page, facebook.com/WoT Pro League, and I will upload this graphic in a few minutes, and then you can just happily start predicting, and if you guess the exact outcome of the match right, you will be able to win one of 2 bonus codes, which I will be giving away this evening. And you also have you can also ask Pansy and Laughter, not Laughter like slaughter, but Laughter questions. You can ask them everything you like by using the hashtag WoT Pro League, and also make sure following our Twitter account, where I will be keeping you updated during the matches, even if you're not able to watch the stream. So that's the usual stuff, but we have something special prepared for today. We are also running a small Facebook contest where you can win not so small prizes, and it's a post on our Facebook page, and I basically showed you what I want to see from you guys. Just draw nice, cheerful, let's call it cheerful, and where you're rooting for your favorite team. Draw something nice. Doesn't have to be very artsy, but just try hard and do your best, and take a picture of yourself holding that fan sign and cheering for your team, and you're getting. That's how easy it is to get in that contest. And for the first place, there will be 5K gold. For the second place, 3,000, and for the third, still 1,500. Gold. So many gold. And for all 3 places, bonus codes, of course. So
Wow.
grab your pencils and start
mine.
drawing. Lauren already grabbed
I'm ready,
hers.
guys. I am ready. Do not fear.
Yeah.
But that sounds brilliant.
That does sound really good.
For all that gold, a little sketch, a little picture. It's not too much to ask, surely. So make sure you do it. Melly showed you exactly how to, and you can check it out on the Facebook if you want to see the picture yourself and the submissions that we've had so far. There's some pretty cool ones out there, I'll give it that. People getting pretty into it. I like to see it.
I would like to see you do it. I mean, I don't know about my drawing skills. I think I can probably get away with like a smiley face or something, but tanks, it's a little bit more
Tanks are
complicated.
difficult. You know what I mean? That's not easy. Me and my Crayola abilities are pretty lacking these days, but you know, I'll see what I can do mid-game. I don't know. But anyway, we have had the little discussion about how you can get involved. So make sure you do, because there's easy prizes to be won. It doesn't take a lot, so get yourselves involved on Facebook, on Twitter, and we'll try and get back to you after this game. But we do have the 2 teams coming up now. So let's have a look at the lineups head-to-head. We do have DeNova, obviously, up against Evil Panda Squad now. So just take me through the lineups. Who really stands out to you, and who's going to be the key players for this game?
Well, the veterans that are Evil Panda Squad, those Polish juggernauts. If you don't know who they are by now, you know, it's really hard. They're such a good team, such an old team, led by Sony and Xenef, the 2 team captains, the masterminds behind that really good lineup. Potomako as well plays that AMX 3090 superbly, and of course, well, there's their new multi-show, the absolute beast from the East. He's the AMX 3090 T69/AMX 5100. He's the all-rounder for the team, and what a superb player, probably top 2, perhaps even the best player in the whole league. And then from the side of DeNova, we've got a few changes. I mean, this is kind of similar to the MYM lineup, but now they've got people like Phoenix, who's the guy who calls the shots in the firefights. He's the one who says, okay, take down that tank, move there, do that. So he's the guy who does the play-by-plays. Bad news as well. A new player from New Start, which is obviously a Russian team, came second in the first Pro League, the Golden League for the Russian guys. Cripple, another brilliant player, quite new to the team as well, plays a T1, a couple of the other ones as well. And obviously we've got Ronnie, the team leader, YR, the team manager, and Osvat Bender, that faithful. He's the guy. He's always there. You know, he does play pretty well. He's made a couple of mistakes here and there, but generally plays on par. So he's always good for the team. But those are 2 lineups: Evil Panda Squad versus DeNova. But tank picking is underway, so we can jump straight into that as well. These guys are not wasting any time.
Certainly not. Let's have a look what they're going to go for here, because these lineups, there's so many fantastic players here. It's hard to pick them out. But what have we seen so far from the tank picks? Run us through what we finally have in front of us. We will be going to Ruinberg when we get through this. But what are we seeing at the moment? Well, we got double AMX 3090 from the side of no side actually. They're only taking 1 AMX 3090. My bad. 2 T69s and AMX 3090 and double AMX 5100 as well. Those 2 T1 tanks played by Cripple and Ron as well. But on Evil Panda Squad, going for double T69 AMX 5100 and IS3, as well as those TT1. So they're going for triple T69, so they're going for the perhaps a little bit more versatile, faster reloading tanks, obviously being able to pump out a lot of damage in a short space of time as well. DeNova, perhaps some more firepower with the MX 5100s, more HP to back that up as well. Obviously his autoloaders are managing to pump out an incredible possible 1.8k damage average that could go all the way up to anything. But yeah, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a phenomenal game, so guys, get yourselves ready, because we are just about live to go into the one and only Ruinberg. And welcome to the first map here. Will be Ruinberg, as we said, but in blue it will be the Evil Panda Squad coming against the yellow, the golden, the northern starting DeNova. Now, both teams, very similar lineups, very different players and play styles. So what are we seeing early on from these two? YR pushing up in the AMX 3090, but unusually, we're seeing the whole of DeNova kind of filter off towards the city side. We've got Winnie the Pooh, Agriel, Phoenix playing the AMX 51 as well, backed up by Ostat Banner with that quick reload in the
the T69. But YR, he's completely on a limb in the MX-1390. If he gets caught out at the beginning, obviously he won't be reloading until about 20 seconds to 9. So he's got about a 40-second reload in the MX-1390. ZNF being spotted, standard stuff so far. But Evil Panda Squad, are they going to meet in the city?
Well, they're going for that city push. This will be an interesting outcome. As you said, ZNF was spotted, going to back away from there. But the rest of the side have also now had a couple of glimpses left, right, and center. Pointer laying down some just blind shots there, trying to get an early connection. Winnie the Pooh taken down Sky Spirit. So already the fire is being exchanged. The likes of Sony and Potomako now getting involved. New multi-show, the star of the battle, joining in too. But this is a very rare battle we see going down. Eclipse being hit as well. Both sides now having to readjust accordingly, and this is going to be a real setup here if they make their way through this road. And it is Pointer to see the first one. Is Phoenix popping around the corner there. First shell has been fired. Pointer somehow avoiding and actually retaliating a shell. So this could be a nice position for the Evil Panda Squad if they play this out correctly.
Phoenix down to 904. Ostap Bender takes a lot because Ace was there to back him up. But look at New Multishow getting completely blown away. He's left on 86 HP, but Eclipse and ZNF are there to back him up. But, you know, Ostap Bender's gone so low here.
Yeah, he certainly has. Going to have to back away himself. 171 left on Ostap Bender, but look at Potomako as well. Making his way around in that AMX 5100, leaving the rest of the side to bait it out a touch, and he might be able to catch a couple off guard here. Sony pushing forward in the T1. This could give him enough vision to kind of get an idea of what's going on, but it has also shown that hand, and Aggro will swiftly deal with Sony in that T1. But, well, this is a very different exchange to what we normally see here, and this has left a very different, complete, just picture of what World of Tanks can be. So I'm looking at Potomako to make the move eventually. I want to see what he can bring here, and he might be able to catch a couple of the players off guard. So Eclipse and ZNF now pushing around as well. Further fire coming in from the right side of the map, and where's this one going to really explode towards? Yeah,
but look at why I've done a couple of sniping shots onto Pointer. Winnie the Pooh will take out a nice couple of shots onto Pointer, in fact, so the MX-39, T69 even going down. Ostap Bender also got taken down by Potomaki in his AMX 5100, but we have a kind of standoff here.
Yeah, we do, but ZNF is now pushing forward in that AMX 1390. We met with a flurry of shells coming towards him. Eclipse too, the base is being captured, so further pressure being put on. And now Evil Panda Squad are split up. Wire on the hot trail of New Mocho gets that frag in the bag. Phoenix goes down as well. Sorry, tell a lie. It was eventually goes down, but he did pick up Eclipse. And now a swift destruction of the Evil Panda Squad as DeNova looks so strong right now as only one man stands. It is Potomako. I said he did something interesting at the start, but he just made no use of it, really. Going round the back of the opposition, but to no avail. Now the base is being captured as we speak. 25 seconds on the board. I don't think he can do anything about this right now.
I think that's probably correct. Potomako, he does have some questionable plays sometimes, and you've got to wonder why, as an AMX 5100, which is not a particularly quick tank, you would actually try and go for that flanking maneuver. He was sitting on 1.1k plus HP, which is plenty to deal with. YR on 414, Ronnie, and obviously Cripple and Agrel's on the similar HP, 427 in his AMX 5100. So Potomako had the option of taking out, but it's a win to DeNova.
It certainly is. DeNova kicking things off in good fashion for themselves there. Making Evil Panda Squad look, well, lost for an answer is the best way I can put it. They seemed dismembered from the start. They always seem to be a little bit disorientated almost. They got split up, they got worked down, they went for a city push, which is kind of interesting in itself. Normally we don't see that straight away.
Yeah.
It's kind of coming in every now and then. It always catches off guard almost a couple of times, but it just did not pay out for them. Why did they go for that then?
I don't know. I think what was nice about Evil Panda Squad at the beginning is that they kind of did do a bit of damage. Ostap Bender went to like 600-700 HP in his T69, so that was a good play for Evil Panda Squad. They had the positions perhaps a little bit better than DeNova, but then it kind of all fell apart by the steams. Evil Panda Squad not coordinated enough, and the big mistake, I guess, it was Pointer. He basically left his position in the middle. He was sparring out with YR, or he was in that F road, the road that splits Ruinberg in half. He decided to drive along it. YR was from behind. He connected 3 shells onto the back, taking him down to like 116, I think it was. And then it was an easy job for the Winnie the Pooh just to take him out and finish him off. So I think once he lost a tier 8 tank for no reason at all, it was easy job for DeNova just to finish them off, and we could see how quickly and clinically they did that. Yeah, and that's just showing the ability of DeNova, really. When those guys are in the right place in the right time, they seem to just execute so well. It's always very well handled from the guys, but it will be going into Himmelsdorf next. Now,
Who do you think one suits a little bit more here? Because both these sides look, fairly strong overall. They don't necessarily suit, one specific kind of map. They retain that versatility to go into any map and do okay on it. Not necessarily strong, but not necessarily weak. But Himmelsdorf, who do you think this one suits a little bit more?
I think it suits Evil Panda squad, but I think honestly DeNova play it better. Just down to their experience on the map. I said they're a team originally called Red Tide. They kind of spawned out of Himmelsdorf. They played the Red Rush, which is now known as the Rush and now Navi. They played it every single time on Go for What. They always used to play that team. So they kind of, it's the first map you play all the time against a good team. You learn very quickly. It's a very quick, very steep learning curve, but you gain so much out of it. So I think DeNova, very good team on Himmelsdorf. So always a pleasure to watch. Evil Panda squad on the other hand, a little bit defensive on Himmelsdorf. I know it's a city map, but you can still go forward. There's so many options to do. I mean, we always talk about how the meta game in Himmelsdorf is almost completed. How a team's going to evolve any further forwards. The hill was used and now it's not so much. And I honestly can't see how Himmelsdorf can how you can bring new strategies into Himmelsdorf. So Evil Panda squad, they need to step it up, but DeNova, I think they can be a little bit confident here.
Now, do you remember last time we saw Himmelsdorf today?
Yeah, I do remember the last time we saw Himmelsdorf, yeah.
Do you remember we saw some strange picks?
I think it's picks, the whole team.
We're going to see some strange picks again. We're getting underway in the tank picking. I'm already seeing some curious choices. So,
So, two Hummels, that tier 6, well, used to be tier 5 German artillery, 950 average damage. I think it's 750 now, I'm not sure if they changed it. Depends what gun they use. If they use a Gorilla gun, it will be 650 average, especially if you're using heat ammo. But yeah, they're going to be picking 4 Hummels. The trolls that Evil Panda squad are. If you ever met them at offline events, they are the biggest trolls in the world, especially Ace, yes, you. But yeah, I wonder what DeNova are going to be picking. 2 Brit again? What does that mean? Oh, the 2 British FV304s. Yeah, strange pick from them, but surprisingly enough, those tanks are actually the highest win ratio tanks in terms of the whole of the European server. So the best artillery, the best performing artillery, tier 6 as well. And
to be fair, even Eclipse is saying, Laughter and Pansy, look, some British tanks are useful. I feel as though they're mocking us.
I think they're really mocking us there.
We are. We're being mocked.
You're saying the British have bad tanks? We invented. We invented the tank.
Just wait till World of Warplanes is all I'm saying. When it comes out, things are going to change. It's going to change. But anyway, what are we seeing so far going out from the rest of them? Because this is a selection of picks I've never seen before.
Oh, really?
Never.
No. That's surprising, really, because I've never seen it before. In however long I've been playing World of Tanks, I've never seen anyone decide to go for the Hummel or, well, the FV304 is only been released in 8.7, so it's like a week old if you haven't been playing the test servers. So, yeah. Never seen this picks before. It is on Himmelsdorf, so your archetypal city map, obviously not useful for artillery, but it kind of reminds me a bit of those artillery parties we used to play in company mode. Company mode obviously being the 15 versus 15 or whatever battle mode you can play in World of Tanks. And we used to take loads of artillery and just troll the hell out of teams. It was good fun.
It's been one of those days today, isn't it?
It is already one of those days.
It is already one of those days. Yeah. It's Tog Day today, folks.
Tog and Hummel Day.
I used to know a Call of Duty player called Hummel.
Did you?
That was a long time ago. I don't think it was because of this.
Hummel means something in German. I'm not sure what it means.
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. I get told by...
He really called himself Bumblebee? He's like the biggest, most like angry German man you've ever met, and he's called himself Bumblebee.
What's strange?
Schmetterling. It's the only good word I know, right?
Schmetterling. What does that mean? I can't pronounce any German. You see me try and say Lichttractor. I try to say a French word and I get abused for it for 2 weeks. So I can't say anything in other languages.
We're getting abused by Melly. We've had to mute her mic. She's so abusive when you can't see her, guys. She comes across lovely on the camera, but I assure you,
she's evil.
She's got some mean words, mostly about Oliver, but that's fine. But yeah, Germany versus Great Britain is basically what we're seeing.
This is not good. This is not good. We know how that's going to end. So yeah. I think there's 3 Germans in this room. Stephen being a German and 2 Brits. So
we'll take you guys on. We sold him out. It's right. Stephen, if you know him, you refer to him as Hodor every now and then. He sold us out. He joined the other side. Bloody turncoat.
Yeah, and we got Melly just breaking down as well. So
we'll just commentate on this room right now.
Yeah.
We've got at least
the only one who's reasonably okay is Finn.
Yeah, producer.
Yeah.
Face of steel. Just completely cool, calm, collected. Like, guys, I'm just waiting for the screen to go away. I'm confused and scared. I'm so sorry, guys at home. We are going to be seeing a little bit of an interesting battle. Let us know your thoughts. England against Germany. I want to know who you are backing. The German side will be Evil Panda Squad, whereas the British side of DeNova, who aren't actually British nor are EPS German, but nevertheless, they're going to be representing.
Yeah.
That's the important part. It's, you know, it's who you put your faith with. But in God we trust.
In God we trust.
All ready for the big show. I'm terrified of this game getting underway now.
I think, yeah, I think that's a good call. It's whoever's going to get most lucky, because obviously artillery was nerfed in 8.7 quite significantly, so they're going to be missing shots left, right, and centre. But I honestly think Hummel was considered like the best tank destroyer artillery because it was so fast and nimble, and you could just blow everyone away if you try if you just like come charging around the corner. But yeah, it's one shots all round with these tanks, and they'll probably be using premium ammo as well.
It's like the golden gun they used to get in the, is it GoldenEye?
GoldenEye, the 007 game. Yeah, that was incredible.
The golden gun, the one shot, one kill kind of element coming out here. So it'll be interesting.
We could see this at Gamescom in the finals, Dignitas versus WoT Pro.
I think this will happen. I'm going to call it. I'm going to say that, you know, this will be the showdown, just to really give it a bit of oomph into any sort of game they play. But both teams are ready for this interesting battle. Guys, you may have noticed this is not the most serious games, mostly because the top 6 are now confirmed. But they still have to play it out. They're still going to give us a good show, I can imagine, and it's going to be a very different game to what we're used to. We've seen Himmelsdorf time and time again. It's going to be a very different time this time around. So guys, get ready for Himmelsdorf.
Best intro ever.
So welcome to the second map, guys. In the blue, it will be Evil Panda Squad, representing the Germans here in Himmelsdorf, whereas in the gold and yellow, it will be DeNova representing the Brits. So this will be a very interesting battle. It's going to be a very different kind of battle, to say the minimal about this. We've allowed them one trolling game, and that is it. That's all they get given. So we're just going to see how they set this one up and how they're going to play this one out. You guys asked, why don't they use artillery anymore? We might get a little bit of a reason as to why. We might,
yeah. First spots out will be Pointer. He's probably pointed in the wrong direction. Ostat Bender's pushing forwards in his FV304 something. I think that's the name of the tank fighting vehicle either way. Yeah, so no connection so far. You can see Phoenix sitting behind that. He couldn't actually shoot through that, I think, because of the arc of the gun. Blind shots probably coming out from DeNova, Cripple making the first. But the only real artillery player from DeNova here is I think, Winnie the Pooh. Maybe Agriel as well, those two were artillery players. But on the side of Evil Panda Squad, we have Sony, he played artillery, Eclipse, he plays artillery, Zenef, he plays artillery, so on paper, they should win.
Yeah, on paper, anything can happen, but I like the aggressive play coming out from Pointer. I don't know quite what his plan is, but I like it anyway. He's charging in the Hummel, taking Ostat Bender, who's just behind the ruins in front of him. You can see the shells did land a little bit close for comfort, just to the right on the pathway. He has received one shot, and he is out of there. First frag does go to DeNova, who have taken down one of the players already. Goodbye, Pointer. Sky
Spirit is also being focused down. Cripple missing his shot, but the shot will come in from YI. Doesn't actually finish him off, but some great positioning by DeNova pushing on the hill. They've got Winnie the Pooh and Ron finally taking out Zenef in his Hummel. At the moment, that superior aim down time working wonders for DeNova. Winnie the Pooh, Ron finally deciding to push forwards. This is obviously going to be playing the FV304, but Potomac is just weighing around that corner. No engagement so far, but Winnie the Pooh connecting it, taking down Potomac. Now these guys are free to move forwards.
They certainly are. More shells are raining in. The RT is coming in thick and fast, but none of it connecting for Evil Panda Squad. As DeNova roll on through, taking down Eclipse as well. Best RT EU, these guys say. Maybe they're showing us why they should use it. These guys clearly look pretty darn good at it right now. Maybe the targets aren't moving too quickly. Let's be serious. And I can't be against the Brits doing rather well for once. But Sony now in trouble. Shells raining in around him. He's going to have to try and go head on with Phoenix, who already titled himself Best RTEU. Wire joining in on the ramming battle. And, well, that was swiftly dealt with.
Outmaneuvered, I think, is the word. Ostat Bender pushing forwards now. Missing a shot to New Multi Show, but Sky Spirit is going to take him down. Okay, cripple. Absolute ninja kill from him. But New Multi Show, that fantastic player for Evil Panda Squad, left on his own to do all the work. Ron will finally finish him off. Win for DeNova. Great game by them. Fantastic play. One of the most inspirational, tactical, cunning, incredible skill I've ever seen in this game. Brilliant.
I'm trying not to cry right now. That was just moving. That really...
Yeah. Touched me. Yeah. Fantastic. Very good. But DeNova...
What touched you?
What?
What?
What? Well, just put me in that one. All right. Okay. I see how we're doing it.
But that was the one troll game of the day. We did see the Brits actually winning that one for once. That was a little bit...
Yeah,
normally, the RT's not quite as strong from the Brits as such.
Yeah,
but
the RT is not great.
It's weird to see a British tank doing well. I'm a little bit proud. Tear to the eye.
Tear to the eye.
It does.
Mm. Yeah.
You might have noticed we're both from Britain.
What?
What?
You're from Britain? Oh, she's from London. Doesn't count.
Yes.
I'm
the capital doesn't count.
I'm from a proper part of England. The
proper part.
The southwest.
The Shire.
Yeah, the Shire.
He's from the Shire.
From Somerset.
From Somerset.
Yeah.
Basically, the thing I like about Somerset is you just have to do like a pirate's accent, and it basically hits it.
It's true.
Yeah. Cider.
The only difference is they drink cider instead of rum. Maybe we should introduce rum and it will work. We'll see.
Or do less work in Somerset, bless you guys. Anyway, guys, we are going to get ready for the next map, which will be Abbey. We saw a bit of a troll game there. It went in the way of the Brits as such, which was DeNova. Yep. Who aren't British, but they went for British tanks all through. So, guys, hopefully they'll be going for more of a normal style game this time. I'm getting a nod from the admin going, yes, they will be. I don't want you guys to cry from pride again. Clearly the Brits won once again. Yeah, just keep on saying that. I'm just going to remember that moment. Yeah. Screenshot. Someone screenshot sent to me on Twitter. But guys, we are getting ready for the tank picks. So do you think we'll be seeing some RT coming out this time? I don't think so. We're seeing MX-3090s from both teams, along with those two T1s. The normal picks on Abbey. We're expecting one team to pick an AMX 5100 though. That tier 8 French heavy tank, very useful in this map from the south though. But it's really a question: is DeNova or Evil Panda Squad going to perform that classically cheesy tactic of pushing from the north to the south, putting all the tanks in the cap, trying to work it down like that? And obviously, it's almost impossible to beat. We've seen it time and time again. Teams performing that tactics very well. Phoenix has just taken an M6A2E, affectionately known as the toilet tank, because it looks like a toilet. I think that was the heavy bundle you got when the game was released. So surprised anyone really plays that, because it's the easiest tank in the world to destroy. Everyone knows that. But yeah, he's going to pick it anyway. We'll see how that one works out. But still waiting on the next two picks from these two teams, Evil Panda Squad and DeNova. Thinking T69s perhaps? I hope so. I like anything that isn't RT or a giant box tank. Yeah. That's the ones I like. Box tanks are pretty cool, though, I think. Yeah. Box tanks. I like box tanks. Triangle tanks are questionable. Box tanks are cool. To be fair, I forgot how to say triangle today. I was in Subway buying, like, you know, what kind of Subway are you getting with triangle? No, because you get the triangle cheese. Oh, and like, I was so terrified of saying triangle to a German. I was like, square cheese, please. And I was like, I forgot how to speak English. It's gone very poorly. But my stories aside, what are we seeing so far from the picks? Any further picks coming out? No, apparently Evil Panda Squad or someone, DeNova, maybe have a chat bug. So maybe they can't write it or not, I'm not sure. But Ron is the guy who's picking for DeNova. Sony 43, the team leader of Evil Panda Squad, is picking for Evil Panda Squad, surprisingly enough. Ron picking the T69 and T1. That's going to be mirrored and responded by another T69 and a T1 from Evil Panda Squad. So mirrored picks so far. Two MX-3090s from both teams, two T69s, and obviously two T1s to back that up as well. So good picks so far, standard stuff. We're just waiting on to see if a team is going to pick that MX 5100. No artillery, I do believe, because, well, without the TV-2, it's almost impossible to play with it. Second to last pick from DeNova will be the MX 1390 and T69. Firepower, speed, everything you associate with those two Uber tanks all come into the equation, all work fantastically on Abbey. Yeah, they do, and I can't wait to see a normal map being played normally. I'm so happy.
Good, good.
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. And why am I getting sound playing? I'm
no
so
idea.
excited that sound plays.
It's
but,
magic.
It is magic. But how do you think we're going to see these tanks playing this map?
2 AMX3090s, 2 T69s being picked from both sides. As I said, the last pick from DeNova will be an AMX1390, just waiting on Evil Panda Squad. I think they're also going to go for an AMX3090, perhaps that AMX5100. That's a very likely option as well. But yeah, so far we've got two AMX3090s, 2 T69s from DeNova, along with those 2 T1s. Evil Panda Squad finally going for a T69 as their last pick, so going for 2 AMX3090s, 3 T69s, and those 2 T1s to give them some support in the cap and spotting. So very similar lineups. We're expecting pretty similar playstyle from these two teams, although DeNova, they like going forwards a little bit more than Evil Panda Squad. I think Evil Panda Squad are a little bit of a more timid, perhaps, defensive team.
Yeah, and this needs to change. If Evil Panda Squad want to actually win this, they need to do it in this game. So obviously 2 maps now to DeNova, back to back. It's looking pretty good. They won the first one normally as such, and the second obviously was the arty showdown. And now we'll be back to our normal kind of game, and we'll see who really can turn up on the day and really get the games home, because this isn't the most important game to them, but it means, you know, the rankings and seedings as such into Gamescom, which is very important. You do not want to be going in against, you know, the top 2 seeds or anything of the such like that. You want to get the easiest games going to make your way through it and give yourselves the best chance to get further into the tournament, and that is exactly what this means to these guys. So hopefully we can stop breaking down and laughing about Schmetterling and, you know, other such things like arties being called Hummel. I don't get the German language, but I think just about everyone is ready, so we'll be going underway nice and quickly into Abbey, where we've seen some phenomenal games before. I hope this will be no different, and we'll be seeing some great individual play coming out from either side. So guys, get yourselves ready. It will be the one and only Abbey. So, welcome back into what could possibly be the last map here. It will be Abbey, and we will be seeing Evil Panda Squad starting in the north in blue, whereas the gold and yellow will be DeNova. And we just have to see if this one could be the final showdown or if it could go even further. Evil Panda Squad, though, have to change it right here, right now. So, what are we seeing so far from these two?
DeNova going for the standard stuff, pushing over towards the mountainside. Ostat Bender, we got Winnie the Pooh, Phoenix, Agriel, all deciding to go for the more covered, perhaps more easy to play. I mean, it's where you go on random battles quite often, and especially if you're playing a T69, it's got plenty of gun depression for this area of the map. Spale, on the other hand, more spread out.
Yeah, so we have to see who really kind of pulls this one off. Obviously with the new mini-map adjustments, see both sides and how they're getting on overall and where they might clash. So we'll have to find out. So Zenith in that more middle Abbey area, just claiming the section for himself. Winnie the Pooh has been spotted, so it won't take long for these guys to get onto that, I can imagine. It will be Potomaco just down the way. And we'll just have to see who takes the first shots and really opens this one up here.
Ostat Bender now moving forward in his AMX3090. He stopped a little bit because I believe he was probably spotted, but he doesn't want to go too far forwards without the support of at least a couple of those 2 tanks in the, well, 3 tanks in the background. So he's just waiting. A couple of shots are connecting. Well, they're connecting to the ground. He's managing to get out there. But now Evil Panda Squad know exactly what DeNova wants to do. They know that they're towards the mountainside with the majority of their firepower. But you can see how well DeNova has kind of spread their light tanks out. This is a perfect strategy to stop any cheesy tactic push.
Yeah, and I've got to say it right now, Potomaco is in trouble. You can see the likes of Phoenix and Ostat Bender on the hot trail of his heels, trying to make his way around the corner. He outstayed his welcome far too long, as now Phoenix continues the chase. And they're playing quite bravely, considering they don't know where the entirety of the Evil Panda Squad were. But somehow, Potomaco makes it out there alive.
Sky Spirit's now coming along the bottom in the trench. Cripple's going to have to try and sulk his way down the hill to try and stop any shells connecting to him. He doesn't want to die. He's responsible for the whole of this side of the map. But Sky Spirit is going to proxy spot him. Obviously, that 50-meter mechanic means that you automatically spot a tank in this game. So he's going to have to be careful. He can't really go forwards because if he does, then there can be shells connected in this trajectory. He can't really go up because, again, the Abbey is waiting. And we can see Phoenix, not Phoenix, Eclipse and Pointer in their two TC lines pushing forwards for an Evil Panda squad. And now DeNova will probably have to react to this.
Yeah, they're going to have to, and YR is doing just that, catching Pointer off guard. They're knocking him down to 1107, as now the T69s are pushing around further. Cripple just backing away, skulking behind the corners, trying to stay alive. But EPS are not stopping. The Evil Panda squad are pushing further forward. Eclipse just peering around, trying to find that player he spotted not too long ago, but Potomako is still in trouble. The exchange is not going down in his favor. Agriel will claim that one. So the early advantage going to DeNova.
Yeah, New Multi-Show is now in trouble. Phoenix doing a couple of shells. New Multi's down to 561. I believe he's actually burning. So you can see the damage being ticked off his tank and his track stopped and he can't do anything. Brilliant play by Phoenix, taking out a very key player for Evil Panda squad. And well, you know, if Evil Panda squad lose New Multi-Show, they've pretty much lost the game.
Yeah, certainly a linchpin within the side. Pointer, though, finding Ron and Cripple. Both T1s have gone down now. YR is in trouble. The rest of the Evil Panda squad are back by the flag, trying to get their dominance down. And Pointer now peering up again. YR trying to use the Deflate as best as he can. The rest of DeNova edging their way back. You can hear the shells are flying because that base is being captured as we speak. Phoenix flying through. Pointer has to lock this one down. Can he get the shells off? Oh, he's been hit from the back and he needs to get this down. He's going to wait for it. He's got the first, though, onto Phoenix. 189. You can see him down to 528. But the damage is coming back and forth. YR has taken down Sky Spirit. Ostap Bender onto Sony. So now switching roles completely. This is going to be a real troublesome situation unless Pointer and Eclipse can do something about this. So he's just going to ramming speed into him. He's going to get a little bit off. Oh, he takes him down to 88. Goes back through. Damage being dealt towards him, though. 2-2-3 being done in. He exposed himself to the likes of Winnie the Pooh, and he will go down in swift fashion as now Eclipse is left very much alone by this flag. And Evil Panda squad have almost let this game go right now as DeNova are looking for that win. Eclipse is getting fired on as well. He's surrounded, and Agriel will claim it onto Zenith. And it does seem as though DeNova retain that strength that we've seen throughout that game, even on the rather trolling maps.
Yep.
Just stamping down that authority. Big play coming out from DeNova then.
Yeah, they've fantastically reacted to the push by Evil Panda squad into the cap. It was a kind of a weak push because Cripple did spot the push for the T69s and also Eclipse playing the T1 along the trench. So straight away, DeNova could react. They could put the tanks in the middle, have them come from the side as well. So they could stop the cap either way. It only got to like 56%, I think it was. So they had plenty of time, at least 20 to 30 seconds to deal with it. But again, DeNova playing as a team very well, although their tanks are kind of spread out everywhere, and that's so key on maps like Abbey and Prokhorovka, Steps as well. Your ability for your team to function as a unit regardless of the distance between them. So DeNova, again, one of those teams that we've seen them just now beat 3-0 Evil Panda squad, a team they'll be undoubtedly facing at Gamescom. They just need to step it up more. You know, if DeNova wants to do well at Gamescom, it's a completely different kettle of fish because it's offline. The pressure is twice as much. You know, you've got the crowd, you've got the stage, you've got, you know, you're not sitting at home. So they have to perform there. But if they perform nearly as well as they are here, I think they're going to be a top 3 team.
They certainly will be. They have more than enough potential to really go far in that, and I want them to. That's the big thing for me, is I want to see them get a little bit further. I want to see them start challenging the very top of the league, the likes of WoT Pro and Dignitas, and they'll have a chance to. As you said, everything changes at these offline events. When you're at LAN, when you're facing off literally, you know, against your opponent who's sitting as far away from you as we are here almost. So it's a completely different style of game. DeNova looking like they're ready, but whether or not that will translate onto the LAN event, who knows? It's going to be a very hard one to call. I daren't even make predictions towards the top 5 from that top 6 or even the top 3 because everything can change. We've seen WoT Pro almost tiring out when they got towards the finals there. Dignitas did beat them that time. And this time around, Dignitas looked even stronger this season, so it could even be an earlier upset between those two. But beyond that, who knows what can happen? We've seen Kaznakru beating the very best. We've seen Mousesports challenging the top as well. Every single team, if it's their day, they can certainly win the event. But anyway, that aside, let's get back to the games we've seen today. 2 phenomenal games. Interesting games. We've seen some interesting choices, to say the very least. So thank you for that, guys. You absolute trolls, you. We do love you dearly, but dear Lord, never do that to me again. But my prediction was right, but I thought it'd be a little bit closer. I thought Evil Panda Squad might have been able to kind of pick something up there a little bit sooner, maybe change the odds a touch, but didn't really happen.
I mean, if Evil Panda Squad were going to do anything, I think they may have perhaps taken it a little bit more seriously. Some of their pushes were not Evil Panda Squad-esque. I mean, Evil Panda Squad, if they're playing offensively, they're not playing seriously because they are a team that consistently plays defensively. So I think maybe just playing for a little bit of fun, as we've been saying, you know, a couple of troll games. Remember that? I mean, that infamous FE 304 and the Hummel. Yeah, that was quite a big troll, even better than the TOG game, I think.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I like that. At least we got the the Germany against England thing going in there. That was pretty good. But anyway, guys, our predictions were appalling as per usual. We were wrong overall. We got we got the score right. Well, no, we got the game right.
We got the game right. The score wrong. Yeah.
So hopefully you guys at home did better, and I know a certain someone who can kind of let us know who got those scores right and who's been doing pretty good at home with their predictions, and if any drawings have actually come in further to make yourselves up for the chance of winning a hell of a lot of gold. So Melly, how are we doing over there, my dear?
Well, the predictions of our audience at home was pretty balanced, actually. They were predicting a positive outcome for Evil Panda Squad and for DeNova Gaming. Very few of them predicted a 3-0 on both sides, and even less predicted the 3-0 for DeNova. But John and Damien, congratulations, you both got it right, and you're getting a bonus code. And as Pansy mentioned, we have a small Facebook contest running, which is actually not that small, because you can win like 9.5k gold in total and bonus codes. Yeah, I did the math right. Just checking out if I'm able to count. I can. I am. Great. Yes. Go on our Facebook page, WoT Pro League, and check out the post where I'm cheering like this. You can see it. It's pretty much on the front. And draw something nice. Hold it into the camera. Root for your team. Take a picture. Upload it and put it in the comment. And yeah, and boom, you're in the race. It's that easy to grab gold and bonus codes. The contest will be running till next Monday. So you have the whole weekend to draw something nice. And I'm expecting much. We already saw some cool pictures.
For sure.
And I think there will be loads more, hopefully. So don't let me down. Well, on Twitter, it was pretty quiet on Twitter today. I don't know why. Maybe because of the exciting game or the trolling. I don't know.
Well,
people were like stunned and not able to type via Twitter. I don't know. But check out our Twitter. I shared some cool fan arts, some cool memes, and starring Laughter, for example, and Steven. So it's worth a watch. Go over there.
Definitely worth
and follow it, of course.
Do it. But guys, obviously that's how you can get involved and still get yourself some gold. So even though Melly will not be telling you every single day, she'll told you enough. Make sure you do it because that's some awesome prizes on the line. But guys, that is pretty much it from us here. We've had a fantastic season 2 so far. We're certainly not over yet. The finals are still to come. That is on the 24th of the 8th. If you do want to catch it, it will be at Gamescom in Cologne. So make sure you get yourselves over here. If you do live in Germany, the tickets aren't that much. Go on the website, Google Gamescom, check it out, and make sure you come over and watch the World of Tanks because you'll be seeing the very best teams going head-to-head. At an offline event, it's a different kettle of fish. You said it before. Some teams can really step up. Some just let it slip through their fingertips. But obviously you guys will be there, so make sure you come and say hi. And if you do have your drawings, bring them with you. Make sure you get your pictures on Facebook, but bring them down to the event. And make sure you show us your whatever goods you made. I'm sure Laughter can enjoy some of the pictures that you could possibly bring of him getting some nice massages from Steven.
No, just don't do it.
Yes.
Just don't do it because what's going to happen is there are going to be GIFs, there's going to be pictures, there's going to be banners, 20-foot size.
Dude, if anyone brings a 20-foot banner, I don't know what, I will find you goodies. I will find you things around the event. I will sell people's soul to get you goodies. Do not fear, folks. But obviously that is it from us here. We will be coming back live with the relegations to find out who's going to be going down, who's going to be coming up. And you can see, the more pressure teams coming up. I think it's actually later next week, isn't it? We'll be actually seeing these guys who can drop down and come back up.
Yeah.
So
Monday and Thursday.
there you go. So make sure you tune into that. But the big finals, the one and only finals, will be at Gamescom. We'll be there. Hopefully you'll be there. It's on the 24th of the 8th. You can be rooting for your favorite teams, whether it's Team Dignitas, whether it's WoT Pro, maybe it's Mousesports, and the one and only Kazna crew as well. Those guys will be there. Get yourselves out to the event and make sure you get involved. Any sort of banners are welcome, especially if it has his face on it. I would love that. Do it. Please do it. But anyway, guys, that's it from us, actually, this time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. We have ourselves, and hopefully we get to see you at the finals.